everybody, I'm really excited about the video today. This is going to be a collab with 3 other lovely ladies here on YouTube, and we are all doing the foundation wardrobe tag. So if you're interested in seeing all of our favorite foundations, stay tuned. Hey guys, so I'm really excited. Today is going to be my first collab with 3 lovely ladies here on YouTube. We are doing the foundation wardrobe tag, which was created by Charlotte Holdcroft. She is hilarious, beautiful, stunning, lovely, great with makeup, and came up with this tag. I have her information down below in the description box, and you should head on over to her channel and subscribe immediately if you haven't already. The 3 lovely ladies that I'm going to be doing this collab with are Yachty Beauty,
Makeup, Skin,
and Beauty and the Frizz. Love that name. And all their information is below, and you need to check out their videos that they're going to do with this tag, subscribe to their channels. They are wonderful women who I think you'll really enjoy watching. And we're all on like different stages of our YouTube journey, if you will. But we're all relatively new to YouTube, and we started chatting about ways that we can support other women YouTubers, other sort of newbies on YouTube, and we're very excited to bring this collab to you because I think it will give you a breadth of different options and different skin tones and different issues. For me, if you're not familiar, if you've come over from one of their channels, hi, thanks for joining. I am 48 years old. I have dry skin, rosacea, and a whole host of other issues like, fine lines and wrinkles and those types of things. So take that into account when I go through my foundations. I tend to use high-end or luxury makeup and skincare, not always, and it's not about the name or the packaging or anything like that. For me, I have found for the most part, those brands use ingredients that I either feel more comfortable with, they work better for me, I'm not allergic to, which is a big one, I'm allergic to everything, or I feel like they invest in quality products and I have better payoff for the money that I invest in them. I don't use makeup every single day. When I was going into an office all of the time, I did, and we'll go into that when we get into the questions. Now working from Zoom from home, I wear a lot less, which may be the case for many of you. So let's go ahead and get started. There are 10 events / opportunities for us to pick, and we'll go through each one, and then I'll tell you which foundation I choose and why. So number 1 is a date night or an evening event. So I think of this as kind of like a special dinner, or you're going out to like, like a dinner movie, or like maybe the opera or something, like a big event, something nice at night. Something I have not done with my husband for quite some time because there's nowhere to go. I'm in Boston, Massachusetts, or right outside of Boston. Things are opening up actually on Monday. So right now, you can't go to dinner. You can't go to dinner. Totally reasonable and understandable, but so it'll be fun when we get to do something like that. So the foundation that I've chosen is the Sisley anti-aging foundation, and actually it's Sisleya, which is not right, or Sisleya, because this is their anti-aging line, and this is what the bottle looks like. Now, I love this foundation. This is actually one of my favorite foundations. The reason I don't use it all of the time is because it comes in a very limited amount of shades. And in fact, many of the foundations that I'll talk about today come in limited shades, which is upsetting. And frankly, at this point, there's really no reason for these companies to not have a broader range of shades. Talking to all of you in case you're listening. But Sisley especially, their shades are very, very limited. So I have it in B, it's like literally 0.B as in boy, Porcelain. And then I also have it in 1.B Ivory. And what I do is I have to mix these shades to get the color for my skin. And the reason is the Porcelain is the right hue, if you like, it's the right range because my skin is very pale, but it's too warm. So I need to mix it with the Ivory, which is cooler, to get the right shade. So that's a huge pain in the butt. So I don't use it all the time. But what I will say about it, it has anti-aging skincare in the foundation, and my skin looks beautiful when I wear it. So for a date night or an evening event, when I'm spending a lot of time to get ready, I will spend the extra time to mix those two shades and come up with a gorgeous foundation. It's beautiful. If you can use one of the shades by itself, like if you go and you get color matched and it's a match for you perfectly and you're looking for an anti-aging skincare foundation, it's excellent. Honestly, it wears really well. It wears for hours. It's beautiful. It won't settle into fine lines. It almost like plumps up your skin. It's stunning. But there's no shade for me. So it's annoying. Okay, second is errands. So like running out to the grocery store, I haven't been to a grocery store either, but when I did go to the grocery store, you're running around, you're getting your dogs groomed, you're doing stuff. You wanna look nice, you might run into somebody you know, maybe you're single and you might run into somebody you wanna go out with, or I don't know, maybe you just wanna look nice for yourself because there's nothing wrong with that. I don't generally wear makeup when I'm running around. I have decent skin, at least I think I do for someone who's 48. I take good care of it. I try to eat well, although under quarantine I have not done as good of a job as I should have, and I need to rectify that. But anyway, that's not what this is about. So I would say I use, more often than not, the Mer Reparative Skin Tint. This has a SPF of 30. And I have it in very fair. I also have one in light. Because I have been indoors for the last couple months, my skin is actually lighter. At the moment I have bronzer and a whole bunch of other stuff on, but generally it is very, very pale. I can do the light most of the time. Right now it is very fair. So, in the winter I usually do the very fair, and then in the summer and spring months I do light, but right now it's kind of a toss-up. Okay, the next is workday. So interesting. Usually for work, I was doing one or two things. I was traveling, or I was in an office and I was meeting with people and I was talking to them, it was long days. So I split this into two, which I know is not quite fair, but I thought it was the most honest thing to do. So if I were in the office and I was talking to folks, so this is, kind of the everyday, I would use the Longwear, and this is the Soft Fluid Longwear foundation. That's if I was going to talk to people, if I was in my office, if I was going up for a meeting. It's gorgeous, SPF of 20, doesn't settle into fine lines, beautiful, love it. It's a great foundation. If I was traveling, and again, I know we all haven't traveled in a long time, but if I was traveling, that's probably not the foundation I would take with me because it's in a glass bottle, and if it's liquid, you have to check it, and if you're doing an overnight, you have like a carry-on, huge pain. So I would either bring a stick foundation, which I'm gonna use for another category, so I decided not to go that route, or I would use the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. This has an SPF of 15. I wear it in 12 beige rose. And the reason I would take this with travel is because it's a tiny little bottle. I can literally put it in a little plastic bag. It's plastic, so it doesn't break. It's a great foundation. It actually works really well for me. It's skin perfecting makeup. It looks gorgeous, doesn't settle into fine lines. It's really nice. It's lightweight, and I love it. It's actually a really good all-around foundation, and I wear it actually quite a bit. I have so many great foundations. Like if I didn't have this channel, I probably would have a lot less of these, and I might wear that, far more often. But it's really easy to throw in a bag because, like I said, it's plastic, doesn't break, it's small, and it's a really nice. It looks really good on my skin, and my skin is dry, so it doesn't dry me out. It's really pretty. It's a little bit. It doesn't have luminous. It's kind of just like an ultra light skin like foundation. It's very pretty. Okay, so I know I broke that into two, but I thought I wanted to be fair because when I'm traveling versus when I'm in an office, it's very different. Okay, so a wedding. So when I think of a wedding, I don't know why, maybe because it was my wedding was outdoors, I think of outdoors. So I think of like, you know, you have the wedding outdoors, maybe the reception indoors, but it's hot, you may be sticky, and you want something, one, that's gonna be full coverage, it looks nice, that doesn't have like, if people are taking pictures, there's not a lot of, you know, weird white casts or anything. But you also want something with an SPF in it, or at least I do, because I'm very pale and I burn. So I picked the Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream and Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum. So this really does have anti-aging properties in it. My skin looks really good. If I wear it for a couple days, I do notice that my skin looks nice. It has an SPF of 50 in it, 50. And it is definitely full coverage. So I don't generally wear full coverage. That's an interesting, like I tend to, like I said, wear not a lot of makeup or skin tint, like when I'm just running around normally. I try to take really good care of my skin if I can, so that I don't need a lot of foundation, I feel. And as I get older, I feel full coverage tends to look worse on me. I don't know if that's true for everyone, but I think as we get older, a lot of times less is more. And if you wear a full coverage makeup, especially with dry skin, I think it can actually make you look older and more mature. Now, if you like that look and you like full coverage, go for it. I mean, like, you should do you. But for me, I tend to go with something a little bit lighter. So anyway, that one's a little bit more full coverage than I would normally do. But for a wedding, when there's a lot of pictures being taken and you want your skin to look perfect and you want it to last and you want the SPF, I think that's a great choice. Like I said, it's thick. It's definitely full coverage. What I tend to do is use a very little amount. I put on my primer, which is basically a moisturizer anyway, and then put that in and like try to, you know, thin it out a little bit. But it works really well. It lasts a really long time. You don't get anywhere white casts or flashbacks with photos. It's really pretty foundation. Okay, clubbing. I have not been clubbing for a very long time. I am old, so I don't club. But if I were to club, I used to club a long time ago. I would want something that I would say would last a really long time, that was hydrating but not too dewy or glowy, because even me being dry, by the end of the night you sweat and you're gonna look like a disastrous mess. I would pick a foundation that actually is pretty new to me, which is the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. This is what it looks like. Comes in a glass bottle, and this, I don't know if it has an SPF. I will look it up for you guys, but it looks really nice on my skin. It illuminates, it smooths everything out, kind of firms up my skin. It gives a great look. Not too dewy, not too dry, and it stays on like forever. And it doesn't really, like, even if you're sweating and stuff, it doesn't wear off. And when it does finally wear off at the end of the day, it's like it's sort of evaporated kind of look, instead of oh, you have patchy parts around your face. So I feel like if I was, you know, dancing and at a club, that would look good. I think it would look nice. Plus, I think it would look good under flash photography. Again, if you're in a club and it's dark and people are taking pictures, I think the Reboot would actually look really nice under flash photography, because I've done it with, you know, these lights and the camera, and you get a similar kind of, you can get like a flashback kind of thing. This one looks really nice. So that's the one I would choose there. And that's relatively new to me. I've only had that for a while, couple months. The next one is gym/exercise. I do not wear foundation to the gym. I will never wear foundation to the gym. I have rosacea. My skin goes bright red when I work out, no matter what. If I'm exerting myself, not exerting, it goes bright red everywhere. So there's absolutely no point in wearing foundation, first of all. Second of all, it's just not good for your skin. You need to let your skin breathe. I personally will never wear foundation. I also do a lot of hot yoga. At least I did hot yoga before lockdown. And so you don't want to wear foundation to hot yoga, guys. Trust me on this. If you haven't done hot yoga and you're thinking about it, don't wear foundation. Bad idea. I don't care what kind of foundation it is. It's not gonna make it through that. So yeah, I don't do that. I came up with one that I could put in for it, which is, I live in New England. If you're in a climate like mine, where in the winter it's super dry and freezing, and there's places in the country much colder than here and much drier than here, I would recommend the Clos de Peau, the foundation. I wear it in B20. And this is like basically a foundation moisturizer. It is the creamiest. It looks like, I mean, it's basically, it's like a thick moisturizer, but with foundation. I mean, if you're in any way oily, if you tend any way even on that side of things, don't pick that up. Don't buy it, because it's super hydrating. And I only wear it in the winter. I do not wear it any other time of year, because in the winter when it's dry, especially inside my house, like if I'm doing like calls with people or something, or I want to put on some foundation, I mean, honestly, my skin, it's so dry. My house is so like sealed. It's bad. My skin is really dry anyway, but I mean, and in the winter, I would say like January, especially here, it gets super dry. Everything is dry. Like you're in meeting rooms and they're dry. You go shopping, it's dry. It's gross. I also lived in Colorado for a couple of years. I went to law school out there, and that's another place that I would probably have worn this if it had existed at the time, because it's incredibly dry. So if you're in an incredibly dry climate, an Arizona, a Colorado, the western part of California, those types of things, I mean the eastern part of California, those climates, and if you have dry skin, that will save you. That stuff is amazing. It is, again, pricey, but a little goes a long, long way. A festival or outside event. So this is something that I don't think a lot of people, this particular product, it's the Sisley Tinted Sunscreen Cream. It's the original tinted moisturizer. They have a newer one that came out earlier this year, I think it was. That's not the one I'm talking about. This is their original tinted sunscreen cream. So it comes in this type of packaging unless they've changed it. And it has an SPF of 30. It is completely water resistant. So this will work for one that's coming up, another category, but I think this is better for the festival outdoor event, because first of all, even though it's a tinted sunscreen cream, it gives you almost like full coverage. Like it's thick. So it gives you like a full, almost, I would say it's medium to full coverage foundation, and it's SPF 30, and it's completely waterproof. So if you're at a festival or outside event, this stuff's not going anywhere. I'm telling you, it doesn't. It does not move. It stays on forever. The thing I'd say about it again though, is it's in very few shades. Sisley has very few shades. This is one natural, and it's actually a little bit dark for me, but you know, it's fine. I think it comes in 3 shades, maybe 4. Again, it's a tinted cream, but like I said, it's actually like medium coverage, guys. So, you know, there should be more shades. If it came in, you know, 20 shades as a tinted cream, I would be all over it, but, and it's waterproof, like literally, you can throw water in your face, it comes right off. Every day. Every day is my Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue SPF 45. I love this stuff. If I didn't have a channel and I wasn't talking to all you guys, I'd probably like, and I couldn't like spend a lot of money on makeup, I'd probably just like have this one. This is great. This is a great, great foundation. Honestly, it would work for almost any of these other things too. You could wear this date night, you could wear this for work, you could wear this for a wedding, you could wear this clubbing. I mean, it's really, really beautiful makeup. I have it in 1 and 2 Ecru. I've actually been thinking about trying other shades because it's a little bit warm. I mean, not bad, but yeah, I love it. It's a great foundation. It wears well, it gives a great smooth finish, doesn't settle on the lines, it has an SPF of 45, decent shade range, really nice, love it. And I think for every day, that's the one I would pick. A pool party. So this is the one where I thought, oh, the Sisley water resistant, right? Because it's a pool party. and what else would you want? But I kind of was thinking like for a pool party, would I really want to wear a lot of makeup, period? Like, I don't know if I would put foundation on. So I thought, okay, stick foundation. Because I could kind of just put it like around my nose and a little bit on my cheeks, because that's really where the redness for me is, and that would be kind of it. So this is the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. I have it in 1.5 cream. I can also do this in buff. And it's just, you know, it's a stick foundation. It's a really good one. And it's also great for travel, when we're traveling again. But yeah, I think this is the kind of thing I would wear to a pool party because, again, I really wouldn't really wear foundation. I would just kind of put a little bit around my nose and my cheeks and call it a day. So yeah, I'm not going to be, you know, worried about the foundation. I'm even more worried about the bathing suit than I am the foundation. So I think I would just use it around my nose and my cheeks and call it a day. Okay, so last is when you want to look your most beautiful. And I think that's a tough one because I think it does depend on circumstances, like if it's the winter or if it's really dry or you're outside, inside, you know, whatever. But I'd say for the foundation that I feel looks best on me and the one that I tend to wear on camera if I'm not trying out a new foundation is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate foundation in the compact, which is like this. You open it up like that. There you go. And this is very, very similar to the Estee Lauder Futurist. And in fact, I did a video comparison of the Futurist Hydra Rescue and the Shade and Illuminate in the bottle. And I found that they're very, very similar, and I like the Estee Lauder a little bit more, and it's a lot cheaper. The cushion foundation, though, is a little bit different, and I can't tell you why. I'm not exactly sure why the cushion looks better on me than the bottle, but it does. And it looks nice. It gives me a nice finish. It's a little bit, you know, glowy, a little bit dewy, but not too much. It gives me the right amount of coverage. It lasts a long time. It just looks really pretty. And so that would be the one where I was like, if I wanted to look my best, look my most beautiful, I would probably pick that one. These are all great foundations. And, you know, it's really hard when you go through these 10, in my opinion, to really pick one for each one, because I have these foundations because I like them and because I enjoy wearing them. So it's not like any of them are bad or I wouldn't wear, you know, so this was tough, but it was actually a lot of fun. And, you know, hopefully you enjoyed it. Please go ahead and tune to the other ladies that I talked about, to their channels, and see what they chose. Or as I said before, if you're coming over from one of their channels, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you'll consider subscribing to my channel and joining our little family here, or just getting started. I've been on YouTube for a couple of months. So, and if you have any suggestions or comments, please put them in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye-bye.